Unfortunately, none of them are aboard this flight. So, anyway, airline with a sense of humor. Let me get to the phones. I love it. I've heard this line from AirTran flight attendants, too. We will now dim the cabin lights to enhance the beauty of the flight attendants. They use the same line on Kalula Airlines. I love it. Let's just start at the top. We're going to go to Chris. You're on the Neil Board Show, and how the hell are you?
I'm excellent, Neil. I got to tell you, I've been listening to you for 5 years now, and you are the man in talk radio. It's not even close.
Well, I kind of like the open, gaping, sucking chest wound of talk radio.
That's pretty good, too. And it's probably an accurate description as well. Neil, I've got to say, on one of the points that you made earlier, and you've made it before on your show, my reaction basically is Bravo, Foxtrot, Delta. The fact that Afghan women are being prevented from an education, how does that affect us here in the United States? How does that affect me? Is it a security risk?
Well, I think that if how do I approach this? The answer to your question is, in the short term, it's not going to have any effect on your life. But in the long term, if that sort of subjugation and wanton violence and brutality against women really has an effect on the souls of all decent people everywhere on the planet. But the point I'm trying to make here is, I am sick to death of being preached at all the time about what a wonderful religion Islam is. Okay? And when the same people who want to preach to me about what a wonderful religion Islam is, when they start screaming and yelling just as loudly about the Taliban gassing girls because they're daring to try to get educated in Afghanistan, then maybe I will say, well, you know what? Maybe they do deserve a little bit of our support, because they're fighting these atrocities and they're just as outraged by these atrocities as we are. But frankly, that stuff goes on in this country too. Yeah. Honor killings, mutilations, brutality against women. I'm not going to play the politically correct game here and tell you I'm a fan of Islam. I think it is as it is being practiced right now, a pretty hideous religion.
It's a scam. They're scammers, and anybody that can't see through that is obviously blind. One thing that concerns me is there won't be a long term if we don't do something about this hideous government school system that has been in place for roughly 50 years now. Hopefully the man to do it is Chris Christie. He's working on it in New Jersey. I'd love to see him be working on it in DC in a couple of years.
I really like him, Chris Christie. I really do, and I hope that Rick Scott has a chance to be somewhat like him. I don't think maybe he doesn't have the charisma to be somewhat like him in Florida. But look, let's face up to one fact. The government schools in this country, they work perfectly. They are doing exactly what they were designed to do. They are creating generations of good, basic-level employees and government subjects.
You're right. They're doing what is in their Constitution. Yep. So you're right about that.
That's what they were.
Also, VP in 2012, Marco Rubio, he has the ideas. It's time to get back to the idea of American exceptionalism. People don't know their history, and he's the kind of person to remind them.
I cannot be more impressed than I am with Marco Rubio. And if the voters of the state of Florida go with this political opportunist, I'm a Republican, I'm going to stay a Republican. No, wait a minute, now I'm an independent. No, hold on, now I'm getting my campaign contributions for Democrats. Put me in the Senate and I'll be a Democrat. If they put that opportunist in the Senate seat, then they deserve everything that happens to them.
Well, I don't see that happening, Neil.
Well, we'll see. Okay, bud.
Have a good day.
It is Helga. Helga is next. Helga, you got to be over 70.
How did you know?
Because nobody under 70 in this country is named Helga.
Oh, how about that? Well, listen, I was